Be careful, okay? Yeah, hold it like this, okay? Big one, a lot of meat.
Hey everyone, I'm in Southwest Las Vegas. In Southwest Las Vegas, I found a great place for live seafood, and that's what I wanted to get here at Rainbow Kitchen. This is Chinese seafood noodles and barbecue. When I arrived, I went straight to the live tanks. I wanted to see what they had to offer. They had Dungeness crab, lobster, and some live fish. And this place has a deal where if you order $60 worth of food, you get this special rate on the lobsters and some select seafood items. The rates for the seafood items used to be a little bit cheaper, the deal was a little cheaper, but everything has gone up a little bit these days. But this is what I came for. If you saw my video on SK Seafood, I had live lobster at that time too, but the upcharge was a little bit ridiculous. However, at this place, they were very fair and very thorough and very clear. I had great service here and I knew exactly what I was gonna pay for. And these were gigantic crab, these were pretty heavy. And same with the lobster, it was a pretty good size, not extremely big, not the $50 a pound one, but still really good size and not too small. As big as those crab and lobster were, I knew I was going to pay a little bit, but I came to splurge. Today I wanted live seafood. The setup was pretty good. They didn't have plastic utensils. The fork was heavy and sturdy. 2 chopsticks for everyone, one to grab from the community plates and one to use on your own plate. I started off with some soup. If you're tired of just boring egg drop soup, try the seafood bean curd soup. It also has an egg boiled into it. This has amazing seafood flavor, a little bit of tofu which is velvety soft mixed with the soft egg. And then the roast pork belly. The roasted pork belly is so good here. The skin was incredibly crunchy and everything was moist and juicy. If you had a whole roast pig before, you know how the skin is thick and crunchy. The next item I ordered to fill the $60 prerequisite was clams and black bean sauce. If you've never had black bean sauce, you might want to try it first before you get it, but it's an acquired taste and it's really good. So the clams and black bean sauce, sometimes the clams are bigger, sometimes they're smaller, depends on the shipment. These were not that large, but they were still full of flavor and it was a great dish to get. The orders were coming out fast and furious, but here come the live seafood. The pictures speak for themselves. This video, you can see how amazing this lobster looks. Fresh and steamy hot and full of meat. That lobster was a lot bigger than it appeared. This one had so much meat. And I love the way they prepare this. We got it with ginger and scallions. And there was so much meat. And the way they cracked it, it wasn't difficult at all to scoop out the meat with the fork. I like the steakhouse style lobsters with the drawn butter, but I like this one maybe even more. It has the natural lobster sweetness. You feel the texture of the meat, the light hint of ginger and scallions. This first bite was a big one and it was good. So good. The preparation of this lobster was incredible. The taste was amazing. I loved this dish. We ordered some of the other items. Their menu was huge, 9 or 10 pages. There are so many items that I've never even heard of before. This is sea bass with pork belly and fried tofu and some shiitake mushrooms. I wanted to get the pan-fried sea bass or the steamed sea bass, but those weren't available at this time. However, this dish was really good. Like all the other items, all of the food at this place was really good. Today I wanted to splurge and I got a crab with ginger scallions, a crab and black bean sauce, and this is steamed goby from Thailand. They had these in the live tanks. This is a very muscular fish. Had really firm texture to the meat, and there was a lot of meat on this fish. If you don't like really firm fish, they have another fish on the menu. It's called a turbot. I never heard it that way before. It's type of a flounder or a halibut family looking fish, a flatfish with more softer and flakier flesh. However, this goby was really interesting. It's my first time trying this type of fish. It was extremely meaty, tons of meat. The crab was equally fresh and delicious. I just think it was a little more work to eat the crab than the lobster. The lobster was really easy to eat. But if you know how to eat crab, the flavor was amazing on both of these crabs. One in black bean sauce and one in ginger and scallions. I felt like I was eating something in San Francisco at the piers. They were very fresh, both the lobster and the crab. We weren't given any utensils or tools to crack the shells, but we didn't need any. The lobster was cracked in such a way that you could just dig the meat out with your fork. And it was pretty easy, and the shell was extra thick, so I doubt a cracker would have worked. Now, some people like to eat the innards of the crab. They call it the mustard. And I seen this on TV where somebody put rice into the shell and mixed it up with the mustard. I'm not really big on eating the mustard because I haven't had it too much. This one was not as good. Some parts of the mustard was burnt and there wasn't that much of it. As far as the Dungeness crab goes, the shell is pretty thin. You can kind of crack it open with your teeth or your fork and you can break the shells off, exposing the flesh. And it was pretty meaty at the legs. This is the head of the lobster with the mustard in there. But I heard it wasn't too good to eat too much of that, so I just kind of left that alone. There was plenty of meat besides that. I was really surprised at how much meat there was between the lobster and 2 crabs. And as I mentioned before, they have a really big menu, a very diverse menu, with things that I've never even seen before or heard of. So this is very authentic. I came back the next day to try some of the stuff that I didn't get to eat, because there was just too much food on that first trip. On the next trip, I got some foods that were more familiar to me. This is the turbot, or something that's like a flounder, and it's topped with fish and vegetables. Now this was really amazing. They crispy fried the flounder or turbot into a crescent shape like a bowl, and they filled it with seafood on top of that. This was really amazing, a beautiful presentation, and the taste was amazing as well. Hey, you ever get hungry watching these food videos? I get hungry while I'm editing these food videos also. The fish was really good. It was flaky and soft and had great flavor and crispy fried batter. This was a really good dish. I highly recommend it. I loved everything about their presentation, even for the tea. This was something called Phu Zhu fried rice. This had a topping that was kind of a gravy mixture with all kinds of delicious morsels. This was a unique variation of fried rice that I was used to, but it was really good. As far as the prices go, I tried to remember how much everything cost. I didn't keep track when I was at the restaurant, thinking that I could find them online. But I discovered that a lot of the prices online are not up to date. So my bad, you might have to go to the restaurant to get the actual up-to-date menu. But there are menus posted, and you might want to just maybe keep in mind that it might cost a couple dollars more. but some of the prices stayed the same, so you might have a general idea if you look at the prices you can find online. The prices here might be just a little bit more than your average takeout Chinese restaurant, but for this quality of food, I think it's well worth the price. But everything won't be good every time, and just like anywhere you go, sometimes it's a hit or miss. However, overall, this place I thought had above average food, great presentation, and definitely unique dishes.